Welcome everybody to Extreme Power No Handling Autocross, and today we're dealing with the 1946 Ford Super Deluxe station wagon. Now it's got 1033 horsepower, 882 pounds-feet of torque, 6.2 litre twin turbocharged V8, and the car itself weighs 3,647 pounds. As a result, it can do 0 to 16 7.280 seconds, 0 to 111.517 seconds, and going to a top speed of 154 mile an hour. Now, I know we had a 1940s vehicle in the previous episode from the Jeep Willys MB, but I thought it'd be interesting to see what this car could do in comparison to that, and I know that car had all-wheel drive, so that's naturally going to be maybe have the advantage having all-wheel drive, but you never know. This still has rear-wheel drive and still has a fair bit of weight to it, so that might, give it some extra grip in terms of extra pressure down onto the tyres, even though they are stupidly thin, and the suspension is obviously Stone Age because it's 70 years old. So yeah, if it's going to be the slowest, then I wouldn't be surprised, but if it is quicker than any of the other cars, then good on it, quite frankly. So yeah, let's see what it can do. So yeah, huge vehicle, really rather long, probably the biggest vehicle that we've taken on this series so far. And as per usual, obviously the gearbox is standard, so don't expect quick changes from this thing, or many at all. Not sure how many gears it had originally. I think it was 4. The Jeep only had 3 originally in that episode. As you can see, it's got quite a fairly soft suspension, as I said. Quite Stone Age, and as a result, it's rolling around. And bouncing after the jump as well. Again, no surprise. So yeah, the Jeep Willys MB had a time of 1 minute 7.269, so that's really what we're looking at beating, or at least comparing this car to. And we just did it 115.209, so yeah, some way off. The controller is vibrating like mad. No brakes. That's kind of predictable considering its age. Having quite a lot more in terms of weight than the Jeep as well. Just start to pick up speed once you get onto a straight and you're not turning or anything. Pretty much like the Holden FX Ute, but in that regard. Is fairly controllable. Just obviously have to be sensible, which I guess is obvious. Well, There's a 1 minute 11, that's actually quicker than the Holden Ute. By, well, about 0.7 of a second, near enough. Actually, dead on 0.7 of a second actually. Surprising considering that Holden is a lighter car. Slightly newer car as well. Maybe 5 years in technological terms in cars. Wasn't all that much back then. What I enjoy about looking and using cars like this in a game like this is just marvelling at the complete different world that the cars were in back then. I mean, that brake light there, that is not standard. This car had no brake lights, no lights whatsoever on the rear end. So yeah, I imagine this car wasn't all that safe to drive in the dark in terms of cars behind you. Come on. Gonna get any extra time out of this? No, we're not. There we go. Time of 1 minute 11.572, which, like I said, is slightly faster than the Holden FX Ute, which I'm surprised by because this car is obviously older and it's more, you know, well, it's older just in general, and yeah, I was expecting that to harm it generally because, yeah, being older and only being rear-wheel drive than the FX Ute, I was expecting it to be slower than that because that car, like I said, is lighter and slightly newer. But evidently that FX Ute really did have some major issues with it going around this course because, yeah, this car's 0.7 of a second quicker than that, and it's not all that much far off the Meyers Manx, being brutally honest. It's only about 3.3 seconds off, which isn't all that much considering the age gap and the fact that that Meyers Manx was really rather quick in terms of acceleration around corners or otherwise, whereas this was only really good on a couple of parts of the straights. But yeah, no surprise that it's 4 seconds or so slower than the Jeep Willys, considering that's all-wheel drive and a lot lighter, and it was a lot quicker as well. But yeah, decent showing from this, and interesting as well to see how different a military vehicle back then was to a civilian vehicle in terms of handling extra power. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.